The recent Starfield Direct gave us plenty of new info about Bethesda's upcoming game, and mixed in amongst the gameplay reveals was several new hints that paint a picture of the events, factions, and locations that will make up this vast new universe. As with all things Bethesda, Starfield is sure to be rich in story and lore, with 100,000 worlds for players to visit and over 250,000 lines of dialogue for us to hear. That's more than both Skyrim and Fallout 4 combined. So let's delve into an overview of everything we know about the story and universe of Bethesda's newest galactic adventure so far. Starfield is set approximately 300 years in the future, in the year 2330. By this point, humanity has journeyed beyond the confines of our own planet, establishing colonies on a vast number of new worlds, forming a small pocket of colonized star systems in the Milky Way, known as the Settled Systems. This newly charted territory spans about 50 light-years from Earth's system of Sol, which by the time of Starfield has regressed into a somewhat dilapidated backwater, quaintly referred to as the Old Neighborhood. The new hub of humanity is located in Alpha Centauri, the closest system to Sol. It's home to the temperate world of Jemison, and its sprawling metropolis, New Atlantis. This grand city, teeming with life amidst the towering buildings, is the largest ever city constructed by Bethesda, in terms of overall size, number of custom assets, crowd sizes, and even the number of quests that can be found there. Founded in 2161, New Atlantis serves as the capital city of an interstellar republic named the United Colonies. Since its founding, it has expanded to become the largest and most dominant faction within the Settled Systems, and it's governed by a council known as the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate, or MAST for short, and its citizens hold law, order, and humanity's legacy above all else, viewing themselves as the true children of Earth. The United Colonies preserve this legacy for a variety of security organisations, including UC-Sec, UC-Sysdev, and UC Vanguard. Serving in these entities is a proven path to acquiring United Colony citizenship, and it might even provide an opportunity to serve on one of their many formidable battleships, such as the UC Vigilance. However, New Atlantis is not the only location within the United Colonies. Countless star systems now come under the jurisdiction of this grand faction. Among other significant settlements under their control is the Cydonia mining colony, located on Mars, and they also possess a number of space bases known as star yards. Things are currently a bit tense in the United Colonies, however, as the galaxy is still recovering from a bitter war some 20 years earlier. In 2310, the vicious colony war broke out, an independence struggle between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective, a secessionist confederation of free frontier systems. Although the war concluded with the United Colonies granting the Collective their independence, the peace between the two sides remains uneasy. Tensions are high and no one knows what the future holds for both sides. Based out of their frontier capital of Aquila City, the Freestar Collective are a wild and independent people that possess the second largest military in the Settled Systems, behind only that of the United Colonies. However, life on the frontier does carry inherent risks, a fact that's not lost on Aquila City's inhabitants, who maintain large walls to deter the fearsome Ashta. This carnivorous predator, a weird blend of wolf and velociraptor, is just one example of the dangerous wildlife that can be encountered in the Starfield universe. The Freestar Collective's autonomy and safety are protected by the Freestar Rangers, based in a facility known as The Rock. These space sheriffs rely on their judgment and instinct to uphold peace and law within the Collective's territories. Another notable locale within the Freestar Collective's domain is the city of Neon, a pleasure hub situated on an unidentified aquatic planet. Originating as a fishing platform, Neon transformed into a sprawling metropolis following the discovery of a psychedelic drug derived from a local fish species. And today, Neon is now a bustling, crime-ridden city where anything goes. Neon, however, isn't Starfield's only den of decadence. Throughout space across the Settled Systems, one can find opulent pleasure yachts, where the galaxy's affluent and influential party amidst the stars. Space isn't all fun and games, however. Beyond the bounds of the Settled Systems lay Unclaimed space, home to a number of vicious groups looking to prey on unsuspecting spacefarers. whether that group be the Great Serpent worshipping religious cultists of House Varun, or the bloodthirsty pirates of the Crimson Fleet. This disparate group of pirate captains are based out of their own space base, known as the Key, and they have been causing havoc for both the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective, as their growing influence has seen the pirates gain a foothold in multiple systems, affecting both trade and territory. Some more civilized groups you may encounter in these settled systems include various megacorporations and Constellation, a mythical band of the last great space explorers that seems to be the game's main faction. Described by Todd Howard as NASA meets Indiana Jones meets the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, this group, based in New Atlantis, are concerned with answering the biggest questions of the universe and addressing once and for all what's out there. And this is where we come in, as the fully customizable player character is recruited into Constellation following an event that appears to take place at the very start of the game, in which our player character interacts with a strange alien artifact, whilst working as a new recruit for the Argos Extractors Company. It would seem that our character has the unique ability to interact with these mysterious artifacts. As a result, we join Constellation to help them discover more about the advanced intelligence that created these relics, hinting that while yes, there will be basic animal wildlife on many of the worlds we visit, the game will be lacking in other intelligent alien species for the most part. But what else do we know about the player character's background? Well, it seems like that's going to be up to you, as when you create your player character, who is known simply as the Spacefarer, you can choose from a number of varied backgrounds that provide some backstory and determine your 3 main starting skills. On the screen now is a list of the backgrounds and descriptions we have at present, and they all have some effect on interactions and quests. For example, if a player chooses the chef backstory, you will unlock certain dialogue where NPCs question which food critic you annoyed to end up in cold, grimy parts of the galaxy. Or if you choose the Beast Hunter background, you may run across an NPC in need of an exterminator, who you can then charge extra, owing due to your specialised background. Further to these backgrounds, the Spacefarer may also select up to 3 optional character traits that both affect the gameplay and provide a number of missions and items. This includes an in-game home with accompanying mortgage, affinity with certain factions, and even an annoying but slightly familiar adoring fan, who will show up randomly and jabber at you incessantly, whilst also providing you with gifts. And you can even get rid of these traits by completing certain tasks. Joining Constellation doesn't just progress the story, however, it also provides you with a wide variety of characters that can join you as companions and develop relationships with the player that are more complex and dynamic than in previous Bethesda games. Companions will now be capable of both liking and even loving the player character, whilst also disliking certain actions you take, and temporarily giving you the cold shoulder. Among the companions we know of so far are Vasco, a versatile expeditionary robot from Luna Robotics, Sarah Morgan, an ex-soldier who leads Constellation, Matteo, a theologian who believes in advanced aliens, Noel, a scientist and Sarah's protege, Walter, the wealthy backer of Constellation, Vlad, a former pirate, Samko, an ex-cowboy, and Barrett, who appears to be some kind of engineer. Yet perhaps the most significant characters in Starfield that we are yet to mention are your very own starship and the outposts you can construct anywhere in the universe. Both are fully customizable with various modules you can mix and match, letting you take to the stars in style on board your personalized roaming base. Different part manufacturers each have their own unique aesthetic, and depending on the size of the ship, be it a nimble fighter or cargo hauling freighter, you'll need crew members. These can be your companions from Constellation or new recruits that can be found at ports or out in the wild, each bringing unique skills suited for specific assignments on your ship or at one of your outposts. And we also now know how your ship gets around the vast distances of space, doing so via its grav drive, a system that folds space around the ship and jumps from system to system, allowing you to get lost in countless adventures for days on end. Because this game is sure to be packed with much more story and lore than we've discussed in this video, it will be filled with side quests and stories scattered across the vastness of space, whether it's a ship of settlers lost in space for centuries, or pirate-infested bases that need clearing up. Honestly, I was doubtful at first that the game would live up to the hype, And yeah, sure, it'll probably be buggy at launch, it's a Bethesda game after all, but from everything I've seen in the Direct, I feel they've knocked it out of the park and I can't wait to get out there and explore. What traits or backgrounds will you select for your spacefarer? How will you design your ship? And will you help the United Colonies unite the galaxy? Or are you looking forward to raiding ships with the Crimson Fleet? Let me know down in the comments and make sure to subscribe for future videos on any new Starfield story updates. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.